Hey guys, welcome back to Gamers Part 2 of our Rocket League and our topic, Family Matters. My name is Pastor Star Reynolds. We have here with us today, Shan Delavera.
Hi.
We have Fisheye. We have DG Ray.
Hey.
We have Bunny Savage.
What's up, yo?
And we have Rachel Monica Decline.
Girl, I was late.
Santa is present for just 5 minutes.
And Santa is present for just 5 minutes. Did I forget anybody? No, we're all here. Awesome, awesome.
Love me,
So,
Tasha.
this is, by... No, I'm joking. Love you, kisses. This is going to be our second part. We are finally going to discuss the topic that we had with Family Matters. Either, what is it, blood is thicker than water, or is it same? So, as of right now, we're going to go ahead and start playing a few rounds, a few games real quick. Let's do, we can do 3v3 this time.
Fix your mic, Tasha.
Alright.
It's inside your vagina again.
That shit is getting annoying, Dick.
Can I pull it out?
Do something.
Is it better?
Now it
A
is.
little bit, yeah.
I gotta get a new mic. This bitch is not working anymore. Hang on one second. Let me
Did you
go
want
ahead
me
and
to
change it.
explain it?
Yeah, go
While I'm
for
still
it. Yeah, go
here?
for it. Why I change headsets real quick. I'm gonna use Dominic's.
So I think family matters because you know that quote, blood is thicker than water? Well, even if that technically is true, just because someone is blood doesn't necessarily mean that they're family. You can still be born into a family with someone that's an absolute piece of shit you don't want to be associated with. And then someone you have no relation to at all can end up being more family to you than someone that shares every single gene that you do. I think there's a major difference with it. Because, I mean, I have some distant family members I don't even consider family at all. But I have a group of dumbasses here that I play online with that I consider family.
Aww, I'm
Oh, but you're the only dumbass.
You tease you.
How embarrassing.
Really?
All that really
Turn.
heartfelt stuff and then just, you're the dumbass.
DG, I'm gonna run the fuck up because you at least
Please
gotta
do,
recognize
because
money
you're
as
gonna
a
be
dumbass.
here 3 hours later, so come on.
First off, we were an hour and a half late.
Oh, okay.
2 hours late.
Tardiness is not acceptable.
Yeah, bitch.
But if you sleep through it, it is.
Oh, bitch. I was like, oh, but DG slept through the whole thing.
That's
Hey, I
different.
called myself out before you did.
We try. We try waking her bitch ass up.
Also, my name's not Rachel Monica Klein anymore. It's Rachel Monica D. Klein.
No one said for you to take part of my name either.
Ooh.
First off,
Who?
I didn't have regular D because we talked about it. I don't want to be associated with D's. I want to be D.
Oh my, can we call her Rachel Monica D's nuts?
Oh my god.
I accept. No, but to get back to the topic, I think everyone creates their own little family.
True.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's thrust upon you.
Like me.
And honestly,
I don't want to use you and thrust in the same sentence ever.
you kind of see the LGBT community more involved in making their own families because some, unfortunately, aren't able. Like with my parents, I haven't. I am glad to say that I do have a good relationship with them, but that's because I'm fortunate with that. Not everybody else is the same, whether their parents don't accept that they're gay, bi, lesbian, trans, any of that.
Let's see some of us.
And
Some of
that
us.
is
It's
unfortunate. They have to make their own family.
My mom just keeps saying she's gonna pray for me. I'm my baby girl. You ain't gonna pray this gay way. I've taken too many dicks.
oh lord. It took half of my family a good while to actually come to terms with who I was. because I guess my whole life was progressed through being gay, then being a drag queen, from a drag queen being trans. So being extradited from my house, both my sides of the family, was definitely hard for me as well. So making my own family is something that I had to do at a very young age, pretty much at the age of 13. And so half of my family doesn't even accept me for who I am. So.
Do you think people act like that because they seem like they're losing a part of their self?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes. That is the best way to put it, bitch.
What do you mean by that?
Like, because, you know, every parent, you know, when it comes to their child, that's something they created. And I'm sure, like, depending on how they take it or freak out, depends on how they're going to react, you know?
Right.
Because they feel like something's getting taken away from them, or they don't, or they're too scared. Yeah, they're losing control over a situation where, you know, they're so used to taking care of you, and now it's something that they don't know how to do. Because we all can agree, coming out is quite the hardest thing to do.
Oh, girl, it was awkward. My mom asked me. She was like, I think I was like 17, maybe, and I had started a grinder. Whoops, underage. Anyway, and my mom goes, "Oh, hey."
Grindr didn't come out until I was like 26.
Awkward.
My mom was like, "So my friend said that you messaged her son on some app." And I go, what? Like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, some like gay dating app. Like, she was acting all stupid. And I go, oh, mom, if you haven't figured it out by now, I love taking dick. And then she just like looked at me, and I was like, yeah, I love to suck dick, girl.
Wow.
And then my mom said she's gonna pray for me, and I'm like, again, you can pray all you want. It's not gonna work. I still love dick.
Alright.
And she's still praying to this day.
Shanda, what do you have to behave about? I want to stir that pot.
I can't discuss it on a social media stream.
Wait, what happened?
Just to behave.
Why? What did we say? What did we
Oh
ask?
no, there's tea
It
going
has
on. We'll
nothing to
talk
do with
about that
y'all.
after live.
I figured. I just wanted to be like.
Like, I want to comment something really shitty, but I can't because I have to behave.
You better behave, girl. Don't make us drive all the way out to Waco and take you out to lunch or something.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
Shanda.
Gigi, let's go to Waco next weekend or the weekend after.
We're already gonna pick her up and go to my parents' bonfire.
Oh.
When is that?
well,
Are we still doing that this weekend?
Not this weekend.
Not this
no.
weekend, it's next weekend.
Actually,
Listen, I need a definitive schedule.
we're gonna discuss
Y'all
when
will be-
specifically, not when we're on live, so we don't get stolen from by another drag queen.
That is true.
Well, I'm sorry, that's it.
No, you said it.
Yeah, you said it.
Kids, I'm not going to be able to go next week, so you guys get to have fun.
Well, next week,
It's gonna be somewhere in the future, not next week or this week or anything like that.
girl, quarantine has killed me.
We'll discuss that later.
I mean, it hasn't killed you enough yet, sugar. So, but anyways, this topic today is to me I feel like is a very close topic for me because I've had to make my own family at a very young age. I don't know about other people, but when, like I said again, when we say family matters, it's when you have to choose. You choose your own family, or you're forced to choose your own family. But
Want to watch whatever someone's done.
yeah, so let's go ahead and play a few rounds real quick while we're doing that. And then we'll go ahead and start talking about more about this. Oh my god, I'm in the gaming room. Hello. Hello, how you doing? How you doing, sugar? So this is what is it? No, it's Anija. Oh my god, it's Anija.
Oh, Anija.
Hey, Anija.
Elijah St. James?
Anija, it looks like it's Anija. Yeah, Anija's watching us. It's like, oh my god, I'm in the gaming room. Hello.
Girl.
Yes, it's Anija. Yes, thank you for watching.
Yes,
Tell her the linebacker rhinoceros says hello.
She can hear you, bitch.
Rachel Monica decline. Just like my credit card, it was declined. And just like
Okay.
Hey, what's your new name again?
Rachel Monica declined like that person's
Wait, I'm
career.
sorry. Wait, what?
Rachel Monica, get the fuck out of you. Why do you hate me still?
I don't hate you, girl.
I do.
She picks on me.
Okay, so back on topic. So, who wants to go ahead and start talking first about this topic? Anyone?
Wait, what? What's going on? I wasn't paying attention.
I said, who wants to be the person to talk about this topic? Like, who wants to be the person to bring up this Family Matters topic? Like, I would say Sinai, but Sinai's about to go to bed.
I'm right here.
Oh, never mind. Go for it. Then go for it. Yeah.
Whatever.
Go. Yeah. Then you already started the conversation.
I thought I already did with the explanation.
You have like an example or something, like either yourself or people you know.
He said that he has an experience.
Oh, okay. Well, has anyone in here besides myself had to experience creating their own family because of
Oh,
something else?
absolutely.
So you? Anyone else?
Yeah.
You
Actually, you
really?
experienced it with me.
I did. I have. Okay,
You were there when
so
it happened all those years ago.
let's go ahead and can we get either one of y'all's story if anyone wants to talk about it?
I mean, I don't give a shit. I'll talk.
Here she goes, y'all.
Shut the fuck up, Rachel. Are we in a match or getting in a match?
We're getting in a match.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, damn.
Well,
Okay.
jump to a 3v3.
We're fixing to.
We're going to.
Shut the fuck up, Saya. Don't worry about it if you ain't playing.
Shut the hell up, DG.
Anyways,
Shanda, you dumb
that was
bitch.
Shanda, you stupid.
I know it was Shanda, but I felt like telling you to shut up.
Okay. Let's
See?
So, in a time where I was
Carissa, I know what you're talking about.
I told you, I fucking
My
told you.
remote was in my gooch.
What?
It vibrates so hard when you're getting a badge. I put it in between my taint sometimes.
Oh god, that freaked me out. It jiggled my balls a little bit.
Shanda, go with your story.
So basically, like, at a time when I was not as close to my dad as I am now, my parents are divorced, by the way, 2 years.
What was that?
I went through some shit with my mother and her husband.
What the hell was that?
What
I
is
don't
this?
even know.
There's a target on the ball.
Whoa! What the hell, Shanda?
I'll take it.
Good job, baby.
That was tea.
Oh, it's because I lined it up.
No, she harpooned it somehow.
How do you do that?
You're pretty, that's how you do it.
Girl, the devil's a lie. Eric killed me.
Girl, it happens sometimes.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, this little car just gets hit all over the damn place.
Oh, missed it.
Whoa! I can time travel!
Yeah, no, you teleported me towards
Oh,
you.
you don't have special ability.
What the fuck? This is crazy.
I like this version.
Oh no!
This is a
Whoa!
fucking
Was it a fucking
tornado?
tornado?
Did someone put this shit on Power Ranger?
Okay, this is just a Power Ranger.
That was supposed to be mine!
That was everything. Look
Rude
at that.
as
I
fuck.
stuck to it.
God damn it!
Oh!
Yo, I got it over here.
Now put it in the middle.
Right there.
Oh.
Alley-oop?
Yes, Cameron, we're playing each other at the moment.
Oh, why? And there's a tornado again.
Oh, bullshit. Oh, that was good. Hey, fuck it. I'll take it. Thank you, Bunny.
Oh yeah, sure, whatever.
I don't know why I punched like that. I don't know what that means. How do I know what ability I have?
It tells you at the bottom.
Where?
Or it has your second stitch.
Bunny,
What?
you're gay.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty gay, yeah. You're pretty gay also.
Excuse me? Yeah.
Like for real, you know, like for real gay.
But for gay, okay?
I thought you said JJ and I was like, who?
Ooh, my wahina. Move, bitch, move, bitch. Oh no!
Teamwork.
Gave him the goal.
Yeah.
I did.
Thanks, Sim. Yes, ma'am.
I didn't even know what it meant.
Oh.
God damn it.
Look.
Down the middle, hopefully set up.
Got it.
Oh! I'm so sorry. Somebody was going after it.
Go, go, go!
Oh.
Pull it towards you! No!
What kind of bullshit?
Oh, yes, ma'am, DG!
What kind of bullshit? Whoever put it on this is cute.
Thank you.
This is fun. I like these little abilities.
Oop.
What the fuck?
It's mine.
No,
What the
it's
fuck?
mine. It's mine. It's not mine.
God damn it!
These perks are cute though.
It sure is. Get it!
Who am I on a team with? Oh hell. I say fisheye and oh fuck, okay.
God damn it, that was going in.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Ooh.
Baby, I'm gonna give you the boo.
Gigi! You fucking bitch!
Damn.
Y'all, I don't know how I made this, but I did.
I cannot believe.
I gave her the boot.
I'm down the middle. I get tossed to the boot. Get up there, Steph.
I'm trying. Oh.
G, why the spicy girl?
It's nice.
Bitch, I started saying that.
Oh, it would have
I
went
showed them all the
in.
video.
Fucking bitch, it would have went in. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish with the share the story.
Oh yeah, Shanna, go ahead, girl. Sorry.
Girl, she stopped too.
Anyways,
You got it in the game.
my biological mother had a real big issue with me doing drag. Like, a real big issue. Like, did not want anybody she knew that I knew to know that I did drag. Didn't want me to talk about it, nothing. Okay? Like, really against it. And Tasha can attest to all this. Because she heard many of the arguments we had. Because I simply did not give a fuck. At the time I was, what, 26? Or so, 27 maybe? I was like, yo, I'm grown, I don't give a fuck. But,
This is
she said some real hateful ass shit to my granny while I was on the phone and didn't know I was on the other line listening, because neither did my granny. But I called her ass right back and called her out on all of it, and we haven't spoken since, and it's been at least 5 years. But luckily for me, the woman that I call mom, who may not be my biological mother, but she is my mom, is so accepting and everything. Her and my dad both, and I have that family. But truly, it's my family that I met through drag that really, you know, kept me going. Tasha being one of the main ones, and honestly, when I joined the court, I've had a whole new family. Some I hate most, but then there's some that I truly love and wouldn't be anywhere without. And honestly, like, while I still have blood family, I am so grateful for the family that I've helped create on my own. And y'all are included in that family even when I don't like y'all. So, yeah.
Good job, Bunny. I get that. Gotcha.
There's more to the story, but it's details and it's stupid shit. So, like, yeah, that's the gist of it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Shanda. You know I love you.
What?
We still love you, regardless.
Y'all do?
Oof.
I'm joking. Definitely.
You're welcome,
Yes,
Tasha.
Thank you, sis.
Tasha.
Thank you,
Y'all got
sis.
self-focus.
Girl, they're fucking us up now, DG. What changed, girl? What changed?
How the tables have torn.
It's only been the
is
first
it
15
fisheye?
seconds.
No.
I got it.
How the turn had tables.
Wait, Bunny, did you say how the tables have torn?
Yeah,
Yes.
she's stupid.
And the tables had torn.
How do you torn a table?
Hey, we don't think about technicalities.
Yeah, shut up, dumbass. Dumbass.
Fuck
Oh,
off.
you bitch!
What in the hell? What in the fuck? I want it! I want it!
I got it.
Oh, wrong way! Ah! Can't stop, won't stop! Fuck off!
Fuck off! I can't with you.
Move, bitch.
Look at me now.
Fuck off, Shanda.
That's what happened. Shanda got on their team.
Yeah.
Oh, Shanda's not even...
Any good?
She only had split knots, girl. It's okay.
So why did you just get stupid?
We got it!
Leave me alone. I can do what I want.
Hey, you guys!
Get the fuck off me, faggot.
Hey, DG, it's like with the movie Hush. Oh my god!
Girl. What the fuck?
Shanda, go to the ball and grab it.
Go, Shanda. Fuck you, Tom! Tasha, you want lucky ass, that little bitch.
Oh no, I didn't know it was gonna happen. That's why I think I kept the bitch there. That's why I was sitting there, because I knew this was gonna happen.
Ooh, bitch, what's wrong with you?
God
Oh my
damn
god, that backwards ass driving.
Oh shit.
I didn't want to mess it. I didn't want to mess it up.
And you did anyway.
No, I didn't. That's why I didn't hit it. I didn't want to mess it up.
Bitch, you just use your spiking, and then you would attach.
Oh, I don't even know I had the ability to spike. I get confused.
Or the EGG. Gotta deal with the fault that's in there.
Look at me now.
Oh!
Nice.
Looks like you're just gonna kill me.
Oh, who the fuck did that?
Oh, you stupid faggot!
GG, I swear to God.
Y'all thought.
Bitch.
Oh? So you wanna talk about my mother?
What the? Who the fuck switched with me?
There's this ball, baby.
Trim spa, baby.
Bitch, why do you not fix your screen? How do you see that?
Oh? Where's the ball?
Okay, triangle.
Huh?
What the fuck?
Yes!
Oh yeah.
Verga!
Real fucking.
If you don't fucking stop jumping into me.
Oh, fucking.
She took that bitch from you. Hey.
None of my
Not
watch.
today.
Oh, not cute.
I can see a little bit.
Oh, I need to put your glasses back on.
Fuck. No, Justin showed me how to do the screen.
Oh, perra.
60 seconds left on the clock.
Eric, you know you can drive backwards too.
Yeah, you can navigate backwards.
Oh, what did y'all put me? That was some hateful shit. I got put behind me.
What happened? Why you say it like that?
I
That
did
was
that
you.
too.
No, that was
I got put
me.
behind me and turned
Watching
the
you
other
play
way
Dead by
around.
Daylight.
Bitch, that was sick.
I'm better hiding than you are.
No, not that.
Yeah, I'm better.
Shut
hiding
up.
than you are.
Bitch.
Ah!
Good
You're
job,
welcome.
DG.
Girl, we need 2 more points in the next 40 seconds.
You think we can do it?
Come on, fisheye, where you been?
I got it.
No manches, no sheepdog, baby. Oh. I go. Oh. Parkour, parkour. Parkour, parkour. Fuck off.
Parkour.
Fucking asshole. God damn it, why is it all the way up there?
Damn.
Ooh. Bitch.
You saw me kill him? Did you?
You killed me.
Was it you? Hold on. No, that wasn't me who killed you. That was
That
whoever
was
came
me.
down.
No, that was me. I killed both of you.
No, you didn't kill me.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, wait till it hits the ground and
My thingy.
Chandler was the star of that game. Yes, man.
Be right back, I'm gonna go potty.
Oh, are we done with the lights?
Okay.
During the lights?
DJ, I fucking hate you, bitch. During the live. Hello, what viewer?
She said I deserve a fucking piss spray, man.
Oh my god.
I hate y'all. You're stupid.
No,
And
she said,
DJ,
worry
you're
about
so
yourself.
dumb. Also, we're gonna go pee. Okay, like okay, this is cool.
I wanted to make sure we were done, girl.
During the live? Oh, okay.
We all just go to the bathroom, get up, and leave.
Girl.
So are we playing or not since she's not back?
I don't think we're gonna play.
Oh, she's not gonna make it in the match.
Shit, well.
Oh, she's not on that team though.
Where me?
She's just Bambi, all for BMB.
Where are you, Fish?
Fisher, why are you not in this?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I'm not.
Yeah, it's only 3v2.
Oh?
DG, I'm so sorry.
God damn it.
Oh, I'm stuck with these girls.
Ooh.
Bambi and
You stupid bitch.
Oh.
How is that possible?
God, pulled it towards you somehow, I guess.
Back up, back up, back up. Oh, too far.
Really?
Oh, so she wants to boot me.
Because you boot me, bitch!
So you wanna boot me? Not today.
Bitch!
Nope.
Yep. Oh, almost.
Oh, that was beautiful! Shut the fuck up! Y'all see that shit?
That was cute.
That was
sickening.
everything. Look, she said, I'm gonna go in and bring it in.
I'm grabbing this motherfucker like it's my purse.
Bitch.
It's in.
Yes!
Baby.
Bunny, come through, Miss Thing.
Y'all, we need to do better. We
Yo, what
cheated
is
and we're
this
losing.
bullshit? How do we cheat?
Chandler, you're with us. What do you mean?
So, remember when there was only Bunny on the team? And we made the first point?
Oh, that was my bad.
God damn it.
I was just like, okay.
Here, take that. Here, have a score.
It was going in anyway.
That was my
It's fine.
mentality.
It's fine.
It's going down for real. Oh shit!
What the fuck?
I did not even move. My car did not even move.
Y'all, I don't know. Oh, that's a mess.
Y'all watch out, Tasha's a pretty sickening goalie.
Like that.
Not into the figure.
what the French?
Toast.
He's here. Oh, she missed. I repeat, Eagle Eye, she missed. Get the fuck out of here!
Thank you.
Oh,
You're
Natasha!
I fucking hit her ass.
Oh, I hit her! I hit it faster!
Yeah, thanks for the gold shit. Oh, it says so.
Yo, I did not mean to help her, I promise.
Where the fuck is the ball?
It's right there.
Oh shit.
Who was that? I thought that was Bunny at first.
Yeah.
Bitch ass! Who the fuck did that?
Hey, I'll take that. Thank you.
Oh, she whipped me.
Who the hell? Okay.
What in the fuck?
Bitch!
Took a page out of Bunny's boob, bitch.
Bitch, she went, look, she was like, oh, I got
Inside
this,
real
let me use this. This is everything. Not one of us, that was bad.
God damn it.
I got splinters. Ah!
Oh, yes, ma'am.
It almost went in.
Ooh. Really, bitch? Is that we working?
Everybody up.
God damn it, who the fuck kicked me?
Oh!
I didn't know where it was at. I was like, fuck.
Okay,
Oh,
Bunny.
what the fuck?
Okay, Bunny, bitch. That was
What
cute.
the fuck? This
That
bitch
was-
just punched her?
That was very cute. Okay.
How in the hell?
Seriously, Eric.
What? Nobody said anything? I don't know if you don't say anything.
I'm the same way, Shanda. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? What just happened?
They're like right over my fucking head, like whoop. Hello.
I like teleported.
Teleported with me. I'm down the middle. Oh fuck, man, that was great.
Damn.
Yeah,
That was a good game.
It was.
Alright, well, we're gonna go into this topic real quick. We've been on this for 40 minutes and only talking about one story. Anyone else have any other stories that go along with this finding your own family? We did talk about somebody losing family to find a new family. Is there anyone that hasn't lost any family that has also found a new family as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does any of y'all want to tell your story, like how you met, say, someone who has had like to find a new family? Because I honestly feel like okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Fisheye is like my ultimate. Her and Drew are both my ultimate sisters because those are the first people who actually reached out to me when I was moving back to Waco, which is my chosen family in Austin. Like they were the first ones to be there with me. So, but go ahead, Eric, if you want to go ahead and go.
What were we talking about again? I'm sorry, I literally just like lost my train of thought.
We were talking about you either knowing someone or you being someone's chosen family.
Oh my god, seriously?
Oh, like me choosing like a new brother.
Something like that, yeah.
So basically, it's like y'all. Like honestly, like
Try it again.
I see y'all as like family now, and I'm like I love all of you, and I would like fish I left by girl. And like I love all of you, like DG more, but like I love all of you, like y'all are my family, and like I'll do like almost anything for y'all. Like I don't know, just spending time with y'all. Y'all are more brothers and sisters to me than what my brothers and sisters. Well, brothers are me. I don't have any sisters. But yeah, like I think that the group of friends that I have now, and I would consider them family because I could see myself being with y'all for like the rest of my life, just being stupid, being dumb, and just being like in contact with each other the whole time. And like the biggest one who I guess influenced me and feels more like family so quickly was DG. It was so weird. Like I don't think I've ever met anyone so like kind and literally will give you the shirt off her back, and I was just like I gravitate towards that, and then we became really good sisters, and I love her and she's my family. No.
Gay, but no, I'm joking.
I was being genuine that time because I really do love all of you. Like,
That time.
Other than that, like, I really do enjoy all of you, and I really do love all of you, and like all my friends that I have now. That like, it's so much better than where I started, and like, I just love y'all. And Fisher's always been there too, even though I didn't know. She was like a really big supporter because she may not remember this, but I do. I remember whenever I was having a benefit show for my pageant to go to Texas USA Newcomer, and some of the only people in the audience was Fisheye and Drew, and they were just, it was just, to me, that's whenever I realized I was like, I didn't even know them that well, and they were there to support me, which made me like fall in love with them, because I was like, who does that, who goes out of their way to go support somebody that they don't even really talk to, and they like me and Drew, like we joked around a little bit and we would pass by, and Fisheye same thing, like we knew each other, we knew of each other, we talked a little bit and that was it, but now I feel like even with Tasha, like the level of friendship has become so like great that I consider y'all more family than I do friends sometimes, and I forget that like, I don't know, it's just, it's a good feeling to have, and I definitely have a better mental state because of y'all. Like, it's crazy. Like, I don't know. It's different, and I really do love all of you.
That's so gay.
Except for Bunny.
Bunny. Well, I was gonna say, well, Tasha's met my mother, and most of my family actually now. And I think it's because of my family's been so supportive and accepting of me in general, that I'm so warm in my own persona and personality, and I think that's the extension of my own family coming out into what I present to the world. Like, because I'm very much like my mother. Like I said, if Tasha, like, I think Tasha could speak for like the way that my family's been with at least my like close friends.
Because Latino women are everything.
Well, yeah, and but that didn't stop me from finding the family that I have within the community.
Right.
Like it didn't, like there's, like I don't think there was a choosing point. I know that for some people it's not that lucky, and it's heartbreaking to hear that and see that, but I've gotten very lucky with, like I've heard people say that to come out. I've never had to come out. I still to this day have never had to come out to my family.
It's crazy.
And I've had a boyfriend like that my family met, and they were not my mother and my stepbrother and my brother and my stepfather, and they were like, okay, see,
Do we need to talk? Do we need to talk about this? And I was like, no, I don't think so. And they were like, okay.
Yeah. And see, that's funny that you say your family's like that, because that's like my dad. Like, my dad will definitely be the person, are you good? And that's just him, checking up on me, and I can just be like, yeah, I'm fine.
Girl, my mother knew.
Weirded out at the same time, but just like, yeah, I'm good.
One thing that happened to me that I am so grateful for, like, finish DG real quick, and I want to say something because I just want to praise on my daddy.
Oh no, you're fine. I have to agree with Fisheye with having a supportive family. I've come from a very supportive family, and I thank God for that. Most of y'all know, like, my mom and dad and my cousins and stuff will come to my shows.
Very supportive that way, very supportive.
And we've always been that way. Like,
very sweet, very sweet.
Yeah, everybody, would go out to support a cousin that played sports, so it's always been like that. And luckily, we've had people in our family that were gay, so it's kind of like there was already something there in the family that wasn't really a problem, but it didn't have to deal with me yet, Until, like, I ended up figuring out that I was gay or whatever.
You had to figure it out?
A lot, yeah.
Oh, see, I never thought I was different until somebody called me gay in 4th grade.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's very, like, that's, I think that's how you started realizing.
I never knew I was different.
Yeah.
Until people started telling you, right? Yeah.
Yeah, until people started telling me that, like, it wasn't right, or it was different, or, that I'm supposed to like girls and have girlfriends. I'm like, no.
No, ma'am, I'm a boy.
Why do you walk like that? Why do you talk like that? Why do you want to play with those things?
Why do you sit like that?
Why do you want to play with the girl doll?
Because the hair was busted, I had to fix it.
The girl doll, the girl character, the girl fighter.
Girl, I was always the pink Power Ranger, can't fuck with me.
Watching Kim Possible and wishing you were her. Wanting to be Shigo, bitch.
Shigo, bitch.
Only picking Katana, Sindel, Melina, bitch.
Girl,
they were like, oh, no, he just likes them because they're hot. Baby girl, no, I liked them because they were sickening and their costumes were on point.
I wanted to be them.
I wanted to be Misty.
I still, to this day, want to be Sindel, bitch.
No, bitch, that is my girl. I want her hair.
Sindel?
I want her hair so bad.
Oh, yes, ma'am, you can whip that motherfucker right on up. Just grab them and go, bitch.
Yeah, ma'am.
But to finish off, I think it's crazy that I've had a supportive family, but at the end of the day, like, I was always looking for that other family, someone or a group of people that, I'm able to be myself. And I can always be myself with family, but having this family is so different because I don't have to worry about anything. I'm in a safe place, a safe zone, but also somewhere where I could prosper so much more.
And the thing is,
it's around me.
Yes, and no matter how open and accepting a family is, like your bio family, they'll never fully understand. And it's not that we're asking them to; it's just we're asking them to love us as who we are, as the people that we are. Or in Tasha's case, or Rachel's case, the rhinoceros.
Damn.
But having that extra family that has gone through what you have, one way or another, but understands you and who you are and what your life is like it makes it so much easier and better. But like the whole parents understanding it, especially you bringing up your dad, DG, because that was a sensitive thing to me. I never had the gay conversation with my dad, let alone the drag conversation with my dad, until he got with my mom, which was about 4 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago almost. And she knew all about it. And was all about it. And she's all about it. She's very about it. But, she let him know. And, it was either this past year or the year before. My daddy. So my family likes to drink a little bit. I don't know if y'all know that. We drink a little bit. Anytime we have a family gathering, we drink a little bit. It was this past Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving before. My daddy had a little bit of whiskey.
Oh,
now mind you, I've never known my daddy to be a whiskey drinker until the last couple years.
My family had a whole little bit of a lot of alcohol.
Well, my daddy was in his feelings, and I had to bring him right the fuck out of it because he was on my nerves. And then he wants to start crying and tell me that no matter what happens, if I need him to walk me down the aisle one day, he will. And I was like, keep it together, you're being a bitch right now. But yeah, that's my dad, and that's how my dad is. And I was so terrified to disappoint my dad because my dad's always been such a good man. He makes horrible choices sometimes and bad decisions, but he is a good man.
I keep thinking it's you.
And so, for him to say that, and I was terrified of ever disappointing him, so that's why I never had the conversations with him or anything like that. I would go home from a drag show and have my nails still on, and oh yeah, somebody bet me I couldn't go, 2 days with these on, or something like that, and then go out that same night and do another show. But it was just, I was that afraid of disappointing my dad because my dad means so much. Because I didn't have my mom. I don't have my mom, my biological mother. Let me rephrase that. I don't have my bio mother. I have my mom. But my dad that, I don't know why it hits different when your dad supports you versus your mom,
Dead ass. Dead ass.
It hits different. Because,
it does, because to be honest, I was scared.
Not my mother.
Even knowing my dad, I was scared shitless to even, act gay or anything around it because I got so much anxiety from it. And he would, and Tasha's been a part of this where every now and then, his cousins or brothers are, are at our house and I'm in drag, ready to go to a gig, and I don't feel comfortable with, showing that side of me because to me, they know Damien, they don't know this other, lifestyle. So it would scare the shit out of me, and I wouldn't know how to react or respond, even though it was okay with him.
Yeah.
Because deep down, I was freaking out because I was like, it's weird to think that I didn't think gay was alright.
Uh-huh. Well, we were brought up, first of all, we're in the South. Secondly, it's just, because it's not normal, people don't normally bring their children up to be open or accepting or, even consider, are you possibly gay? From the very beginning, even when we're toddlers, it's oh, she's got a little boyfriend or he's got a little girlfriend. People are oh, our babies are going to get married, shit like that, That's just how, and that's just human nature, I guess, procreation, continuing the species kind of thing. It's like Darwinism, I guess, in a sense.
But also too, there's where homosexuality is found in 450 species, and homophobia is only found in 1, though.
Deadass.
Wait, what?
Fact over fiction.
Tasha got deep on them. They said, "Excuse me."
She said, "Puff, let me educate you."
it's
that was real.
Serious.
That was tea.
It's 450 species have homosexuality tendencies and have homosexual relationships in these species, and homophobia is only found in 1.
My favorite is the gay penguin.
There's gay penguin.
Yeah, there was some at a zoo. I forget which zoo it was.
And they finally got their first kid too.
Yep, they gave him a baby.
Yep, they gave him a baby. They gave him an egg.
Aww, fucking faggots! I love them.
Oh my god.
You're so stupid.
But it's so weird. To live it is one thing, but have you ever tried to put yourself in the mindset of someone who's straight? Not because you want to know what it's like to be straight, but and then look at what our lives look like to them.
Yes, I do that.
And try to understand. I'm just I don't I know how my life is, but it doesn't feel different because I'm just doing me.
Yeah.
But what does this person over here think of my life?
I understand where you're coming from because growing up and playing sports, I was always around straight athletic boys. Always, it was always punch you, hey, what's up? It was never, I don't know. I kind of get where you're coming from because I've always had that mindset. And sometimes when I would meet, which is reasons why sometimes I use the word that I use and I shouldn't, even though that's bad because
No,
friends got
no,
me
no,
saying
no, 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 bitch.
But,
We,
like-
I take it as a term. I use it to empower myself.
Yeah.
Because if I use it, then it cannot hurt me.
I was like to say, words only give words only have power when you give it to them.
Yeah.
And maybe I've taken the power from that word. That word does not hurt me. So maybe faggot, 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 faggot. Okay.
But like, say meeting more flamboyant somebody than you are, and it gets to the point where it's not irritating, but when it makes someone else uncomfortable.
Yes.
That's the feeling of what a straight person feels. You know. And so you kind of, I would always have to put myself back and forth into it because I could act gay, but at the same time I would have to know my boundaries of, am I keeping this person as a friend? Yes, I am, because why? I'm not going to ruin anything. Nothing's going to happen.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, and trust me, I've done that too. I'm sure we've all done that. But there comes a point where it becomes so exhausting to do that.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And if they are truly your friend, they're gonna want to know the real you, and they deserve to know the real you. And if they love you and accept you, or they're like, hey, let's not.
And I met almost all those people through volleyball because they love the gays because we were good at volleyball. So it was like, they were rooting for us because we would go against straight guys and make them feel uncomfortable, but at the same time, they liked our energy on the court and would give it to us, but we would give it back to them, but in our own let me suck your cock,
Yeah.
Just laughing, I kid you not, the friends that I had, before, we said, creating this new family and stuff, that's how we would act to straight guys, and I got the most confidence by doing all that stupid shit.
The place we just went to eat to the waiter. Babe, let me see you go.
Can we start a volleyball team? I want to play volleyball. I used to be really good at it. I played with my family over Easter and kicked ass.
Hey, we have a sand volleyball place here at my place, so we didn't have to play.
MLGBT ballers.
Y'all ain't ready for that.
No, I've seen Miss DG play. I'm gonna sit out in that round, honey.
I used to play volleyball.
That's why we play on her team.
I can just see myself getting a motherfucking.
Team.
That's why I can see. Even with on the team, bitch, I can see myself getting a motherfucking concussion. Period.
Tati's gonna get Marsha Brady. She's gonna get Marsha.
Bitch, have you seen that video where the guy plays soccer and he's the goalie, but literally every time they hit the ball, they hit him in the face. That's me.
And they even sit him on the chair and he still gets hit.
He gets hit twice. He falls down, he lays down, and then the ball comes and hits him in the face again. That'll be me. If I played sports in real life, that would be me. No matter what sport it is, I'd get hit in the face with the ball every time.
Just get off.
I mean, I played baseball for 9 years, so
Bitch, hey, but I'd be the
really
best damn
athletic.
goalie we ever fucking have, bitch, because that ball would never go in because it would hit my fucking face and bounce the fuck off.
Looks like we're playing soccer instead.
For me.
Listen, I'm not trying to run around like that.
Target.
Oh.
God, here she goes.
What did she say? Wait, what did she say?
The ball, the goal, or her? Which one are you talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yes.
Yes.
You fucking bitch.
But it's so different. And honestly, I have family all over the country. I have family in Canada, whatever, people that I call family.
Hey.
But there's I don't know if this happens for y'all, but there's different levels of family.
What do you mean by that?
There's y'all. Okay, so I have my family, I have my real close, tight-knit family.
Same.
And then I have y'all who are in between that. And then there's people that I'm they're yeah, that's my brother, that's my sister, that's my kid, whatever. That lives.
I call.
And it just kind of goes out. It's not that I love them any less. It's just that we're not as tight knit.
Yeah, they're just acquaintances.
Yeah. Well, yeah and no.
Not
I may only see them a couple
don't think of it
times.
as terrible terms.
I mean, I may not see them maybe 3-4 times a year, if that. But we're still tight when we're together.
She said
But other than that, well, I mean, people that I've met in the court and stuff like that.
Right.
But then, like, I had y'all, which, I mean, let's be honest. I've seen 3 of you in person. Tasha, I've known for over 10 years. But, like, the rest of y'all, like, we never even hung out in person before. And I feel like I'm closer to y'all than I am a lot of fucking people. Like, I'm closer to y'all than I am a lot of people. And I guess it's just because we hang out every fucking day on here.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, we're only an hour, 15 hour, 20 minutes apart, but because of the bullshit, we haven't been able to do anything. I hate this. I really do.
Scratch that. You haven't been able to do anything.
That's true.
Well, we shouldn't. None of us should be doing it.
Well, we just
Shut up,
here.
Shut.
And we hang out. Oh damn! I've had to create my family, my own family since I was freaking 13 years of age, honey. Getting kicked out when I came out as gay, I literally had to start from scratch. My first, I guess, chosen family was a bunch of mall rats that I met when I used to work at the mall in Waco.
Girl, the mall. OPS, don't go there. Went there the other day. It's horrible.
I'm not surprised.
It's disgusting.
That was the first group of friends that I met. I was living in a friend of mine's apartment. It was like 6 of us living in a 2-bedroom apartment. That was also when I dropped out of high school, and I was addicted to a lot of drugs as well. So that was the first group of family that I met.
Because we were like what 2021 when we met.
This was way before. This is like when I was 13, 14. Yeah, I met you when I was already doing drag at Tricks. But then when I started, the way I found the family that I found now, the way the path crossed this way was because of Kitty and Chris Benford. Chris Benford was the reason why I met Kitty, and then Kitty made me into a drag queen, and now here I am. So that's the reason why I have this family.
A woman.
So
living her true life.
That's my story is 32 years in the making, honey. I'm gonna just say right now, I have many chosen family members.
Tasha, 33.
35.
33.
35.
You're 33, bitch.
Well, bitch, I say 35 because bitch, I've lived crazy ass life. I've lived a crazy ass life. Did some crazy ass shit. So I add a few more years into my happy end.
You know, I wish there was a way to figure out how old you would actually be, like, based on your life experiences and shit. Because I bet you, Tasha, we're in our 90s.
Right.
Girl, we dust. We are dust.
We did some things.
Oh my god, like what we went on personally, like even before we knew each other, but what we did together, that's at least 25 years right there. Because we did some shit, girl.
All the damn drugs I was on during those times too, and then after my divorce, and then, damn.
Fortunate for me, I've never been on drugs. Yeah, God, but alcohol was an issue at one time.
And that's another thing too. That's the thing too, is you need to make sure you choose your family wisely, because the family that I chose, a few family members that I chose put me on the wrong damn path. Girl, I've been addicted to methamphetamines. I was on acid for a minute. I did ecstasy.
Girl, you want to go
cocaine.
do coke in the restroom?
Girl, that was the thing. That was the thing after I got divorced too. That's the main thing here in Austin. That's the biggest temptation. Is everywhere I turn, there was a finger at my nose or a key at my nose. And this is then when I was with my ex, I would never touch the shit, never touch it, never do any of that crap anymore, because I thought I learned my lesson. But baby, if that's when people know that you're down and out, the first thing they do when they have that shit is like, hey, let's make you feel better, or let's numb the pain. And bitch, what does my dumb ass do?
I grab another beer.
Bitch, okay. I wish.
I roll another bowl. Usually.
Look at us. But no, like I guess I honestly I feel like choosing your own family is a blessing, because like it gets you away from like it's people who understand you as people you find and you're more attracted to, that attract you to them. Like with all you guys, like we have the one thing in common, that we're all entertainers. Like we all do some sort of entertaining. Shanda on the corner, all the rest of us on stage. But
it's
like
a gig.
Fucking fisheye.
The biggest thing about what you just said, though, Tasha, about us choosing our own family, is the fact that we have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
That, in and of itself, We have the power. We have the choice. That is the greatest gift out of any of this. Is that we choose.
Love.
Exactly.
Look at this.
Is that we can choose who is our family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not like things used to be where you get one and that's it. No, ma'am. You could have multiple. And especially in our world, maybe there's families everywhere. They're just called houses. You know, things like that. If you want to get into the actual world of drag, you know, there's the houses and the drag families. But that doesn't matter because all of us are from very different drag families.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we all represent something completely different. I myself don't have a drag family unless, well, I mean, I do. I guess I'm a Whitney, but that's a new thing. But I've always just been my own. Whereas Tasha, you've been in the House of Face. You've been one of the faces for 11 to 7 years. You know, now you're Reynolds. Rachel's a decline. She's been declined. DG is now the House of Ray of Sunshine.
A ray of sunshine.
Is it because she's as big as the sun?
No, Dick, that's you.
Yes, ma'am, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. I don't know. I just like the fact that we have a choice. That's the big thing. That's the main thing. Because y'all know I'm a control freak and I like to control things, so we have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Anybody else have thoughts on the topic?
Fuck no, just
Jesus fucking Christ.
Very easy though. Fuck no, can we drink now? Look at this.
I think it just goes to show, like, as long as you're happy around those people, that's what family constitutes, is happiness. Not, I don't think anything more, anything less, as long as the overwhelming feeling is happy.
Mm-hmm.
and if they make you happy, don't lose them.
Oh yeah, definitely that.
And the thing is like, when you choose your family, like, and you have that real family dynamic, like, you know, where you love each other, hate each other, the whole gig, like, I mean, like, I was real fucking annoyed with Rachel and Saya about an hour ago.
Damn, bitch.
But I dare
Wait,
a
what
motherfucker. I dare a motherfucker to try it with one of them, though. I dare a motherfucker.
Wait, what happened an hour ago?
I was real fucking annoyed with your ass.
Oh, girl, we always do that.
But, like, no, I was, like, real annoyed, like, for real. Like, it was theory. I was like, I've never felt this towards them before. Like, and Tasha knows how I get, so, like...
She goes, did I take my pills? What is going on?
I was like, who am I right now? I was like, I'm actually upset. They hurt my feelings.
Am I really mad at them right now?
I was like, I think I am. Holy shit, you calm the fuck down. But like, even in that moment though, I dare a bitch to try it. I dare somebody. Because y'all are family. And bitch, family first. But chosen family first. Like, there's no obligation, but it's, you know, you have that choice, and usually that's where you're gonna go, is I dare a motherfucker.
Well, I'm glad, like, when you find your family, you're, like, every bit, like, I feel the way that we are all brought together is that we're somehow going to help each other get so much better, you know?
And we can learn something from each person that's within our, you know, family.
Except Rachel.
I don't know, I've gotten real good at annoying people thanks to her.
She's not even listening.
I know, she's fucking high as hell.
Are you still talking about me?
See, look.
Deadass. Fucking dumb hoe.
Girl, I was listening, I promise.
What we say?
Were you?
You said, I love you. You love
Jesus
me.
fucking Christ.
Go to sleep.
We're all one fucking big happy family. With a great big cock. Here's one for me and you. Let's go suck him off too.
Me too, Biggie.
Same,
Me too.
Girl.
I have never heard a better version.
Y'all, I'm gonna forget it tomorrow.
Somebody
so
get this into Grammy. Somebody get this bitch a Grammy.
Jesus
Yes,
fucking
ma'am.
Christ.
A whole
But
ass mood.
there's the summary of what happened, y'all.
Yeah, girl, exactly. Now shut the fuck up.
I hate you so
Yes,
much.
ma'am. I love you, Shandy.
I love you too, bitch.
Y'all are so gay.
It's Miss D
Rockle.
crying to you now.
Yeah, it's Rockle.
Raquel!
No,
Rockle.
It's
Go,
Yiddish.
What?
It's her Yiddish name. Rockle.
It's like Grackle.
I love y'all, but like, let's not make a thing about it, okay?
Let's not think about what.
I
What do
said
we not
I
do?
love y'all, but let's not make it a thing. Like, let's not make a thing about it.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are we? What? I got
We're not making
confused.
it a thing. Carissa, you're making it a thing. Stop.
I'm not making it a thing. I guess I can talk about something.
Yeah, go
Yes,
for it.
please do. I miss your voice.
Well, personally speaking, I never really had to come out to my family, or anything like that. Like, I grew up with a lesbian grandma, pretty much.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet that was
Amazing. Wow.
everything.
Well, the thing is that at the time, my parents, they didn't know how we were going to react as children, and so they used to say that my grandma's partner was her roommate,
Of
but
course.
her roommate has been her roommate for years, like even before I was born, pretty much. So like at probably
She was a
the age of
lesbian
like,
girl.
yeah, she was dead ass lesbian. And, you know, I didn't have to deal with a lot of, I guess, prejudices or anything like that. I mean, there was some, but it was mainly because of, like, I guess my appearance and, like, my taste in certain, like, stuff. Like, I liked anime and all that other shit, so, like, I would get made fun of by my, like, family because of it. But it wasn't never anything about my sexuality. Like, I had a conversation with my mom, and she was saying that, you know, she had to deal with that growing up because people in her town knew that her mom was basically a lesbian. So, in turn, they thought that she was gonna like them or like do some like weird ass shit. Yeah, you know, the whole stereotypical bullshit.
That's when you just go newsflash. You can't catch it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And so my mom used to talk about that with me, and I was like, I guess she didn't want that to happen to me and my brother because of how that happened to her. So I guess that's my reasoning behind why she didn't tell us that she was actually like, you know, that's her partner, that's not her roommate.
That's your other Graham.
Pretty much, yeah. She was like our other grandma, and I think it was kind of funny because like I think like my grandpa at the time, he is very open-minded. He's not as conservative, but he's pretty conservative. But it's pretty funny knowing that they kind of both hated each other, both the partner and the grandpa. So it was a lot, but
It was your typical divorced family.
pretty much,
It's the same
yeah.
thing with the ex-husband and the new partner. Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, it's your typical thing. Like, that doesn't matter the sex of anybody in it.
But I
That's just how
I
it
mean,
is.
that's a very your story is a very unique story because I've never like that's definitely a new thing I've heard of, and all the years that I've heard different people live their life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Speaking of live your life, like, oh, finish.
what was the for you? What was the I guess conversation that led to? I guess so. I don't know how to explain the question because, like you said, that you never had to come out. Does your parents know? Do you think your parents figure it out, or do they know about what's going on with you, or do you keep it secret to yourself?
I think, okay, well, whenever I was about 13, as some people know that I am asexual, but I'm also pansexual. at the
She's
time.
really into kitchenware.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
man, bitch.
Oh,
One time I saw her with
I
this
was-
bachelor girl, she was going at it.
Tell me why I was just about to ask
So,
the question.
do me a
I hate
favor.
Very into
both.
cookware.
Do me a favor, Carissa. I am pansexual myself. Please, when you come over next time, stay away from my kitchen. They're mine. And
Bruh, as long as you don't have the red copper ones, you'll be fine. Like, it'll
oh,
be
I have
fine.
two of
No,
those.
not my house, girl. Get out of here.
Fucking dumbass. But,
Okay.
Stay away
growing
from my
up-
cast iron.
Shut the fuck up.
I have those good French ones from Ratatouille, girl.
See,
Get
hey,
out of here.
I love
Oh
an
my
export,
God.
bitch.
Oh my god, fucking the kitchenware, fucking craftsman bullshit.
Girl, copper, conductivity, and
Kitchen
the
aid.
best rate.
Kitchen aid.
No. Oh my god. Okay.
Y'all
well,
should see her fuck up some tongs, bitch.
Okay, moving on.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I was 13 at the time, and I didn't know what asexuality was. Yeah, it was definitely something weird. But at the time I like knew that I liked girls, but then I was like, but I was just like, it was more of the fact of like me liking people based on their personality. So I never knew what that was, and like I didn't have like a sexual drive like everybody else. So obviously I was different. And I guess at the time before, because I was raised in a very stereotypical Mexican family where it's like, because dead ass, and it's gonna be a little triggering. I had to watch my cousin get beat by my aunt because she came out as bisexual. And she didn't even come out to her mom, actually. She found her MySpace page and it said that she was bisexual on her MySpace page, and it was me and my cousins. I remember this very vividly. Like my Thea dragged her to the living room and was beating her so much, and my cousin was crying, and I had to help. Like I had to hold my other cousin. Because she was afraid of what was going on, because we were literally watching my older cousin get beat in front of us because of that.
Yeah.
You know, and so like at the time I was like, ooh, I think I'm straight, but like at the same time I don't want to jump the gun and then tell them that I'm this, because I don't want that to happen to me. Even though I knew it wasn't gonna happen, because like, you know, like my grandma being the way she was, and all that, I was just more of the fact of like afraid about how my dad would take it. Like my mom was fine, but at the same time, like it's still that uncertainty where it's like, regardless of how you grew up and regardless of how open-minded like you think that people are, a lot of the times you don't understand how they're gonna take it. So yeah, I didn't want
Especially if it's the
that.
child of their own.
Oh, it's that
Exactly.
moment too.
Yeah, exactly. And so like that moment fucking scarred the fuck out of me, I'm not gonna lie. So I kept that to myself, pretty much. But I sat down and was like, I talked to my mom about it. I was like, well, I'm asexual. And she was like, what does that mean? I was like, well, it means, you know, I don't have a sexual attraction to people, I don't have a desire for sex or anything like that. And she was like, okay, that's fine. And then I kind of was just like a little shook, because I was like, I was like, what?
Well, now she's like, my daughter's not out being a whore. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I know, but I was still like, what? I was like expecting to get yelled at, pretty much. So I was like, okay, that's chill. Whenever I became around 16, that's whenever I kind of like knew that I was pan, but I never like sat down and talked to my parents about it. And then as soon as I started doing drag, which was like whenever I was 21, I think it was 21. Yeah, I was 21 whenever I started. At first, like, my parents were very against me doing drag. Because
What was the reason?
the reasoning, there's a bunch of reasonings. So one
Over
of the reasons,
sexualized.
no, it's not that. It's more of the fact of like their perception of drag was men doing drag and me being a quote unquote real woman, as they would say, which I wouldn't even use that. I would use like a biological woman, like I was born a
Right.
woman.
AFAB.
You know? Yeah. That I'm taking away from people who are trying to do drag and like taking away what drag really meant. Basically.
So their concern was about the art itself and not you doing it?
They were, it's
I was
that
gonna
and
say.
then
Like, that's
also,
what it seems.
Yeah, well,
Which
it's
I'm not,
that,
I mean, I get it, like, I mean, that's cool, but I don't think it's a reason.
No, and like there was also like they were just afraid of me being sexualized and for like, you know, people beating me up because they thought that I was an actual like man dressing up as a woman.
Right.
You know? And like that pretty much the community was gonna hate me because I'm a woman dressing up like a woman to do the same thing that everybody else does.
But it's so different.
Yeah, it is. And now they
Like,
understand
yes,
that
you may
now.
not have to do as much as we do, but everything that you do is different. It's exaggerated. It is what drag is. It's an exaggeration of, you know, it's performance art.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, it took them a year and a half to realize that without, because like at first my dad thought he thought it was a waste of time. He thought it was like, you know, he doesn't see me. He didn't see why I liked it so much until my parents went and watched me for a show. And that took about a year and a half for them to come and watch me at a show. So, yeah, and like even my mom was like, you know, like I support it, but also at the same time I don't support it because of, you know, I just don't want you getting hurt, or I don't want you, like I just don't. This is a lot of money that you're putting into it, and like you don't get anything out of it. And I'm like, that's not the purpose of what drag means to me, though.
Drag is like therapy for me, so like I can spend money on it and be like, okay, I'm a therapist.
Exactly, yeah. And it's just like,
it's cheaper than therapy, bitch.
No, dead ass it is. So
I
that's
just love that
pretty
you can
much-
have those conversations with your parents. I think that is so cool.
Oh yeah,
Like, I think, you know, in some respects, I think we're all very blessed and very lucky that we can have parents that we can talk to about it. But at the same time, like, we have parents that we can't talk to about it, or there's certain things that we can't talk about.
Yeah,
Although
and that's
my
why...
mom goes around telling everybody I've got the golden snatch, so.
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
Exactly.
I was just about to say to Carissa, because you, like you said, you didn't have to come out. Like, we just had very different experiences in that sense. Like, I have like every single, like I think every single older sibling of all my cousins and such, or the middle child, they're all some type of gay, and so that's been in it's been in my family, but no one's ever been attacked for it. And then on top of that, I said the reason that I not even came out, like my mother asked me about it, was because I expressed to one of her friends I was going to a pride parade with my friend JD. And he told my mother, hey, Ryan's going to a pride parade, do you know about this? And then on the ride home from Albuquerque to my little small town in Grants, they were like, or my mom was like, hey, do we need to talk about this? And she knew, and I knew what she was talking about. So I was like, no. And she's like, okay. And I was like, okay. And then it moved on. And then one day she's all, and then I forgot what. And then last 4th of July, I brought my ex to go meet my family. I sprung it on them.
Ooh, that hurt you to say. I'm sorry, I felt that.
What? No, it's fine.
okay.
I'm just, so I brought him to go meet them, and I was like, oh, this is my first time introducing a guy to my family. I came in, my mother said, oh, I knew. I was like, what do you mean you knew? And she's like, well, no one acts this weird if they're not trying to hide something. I was like, and she's like, it was probably a boy. You were spending too much time away. And I was like, oh, okay. So you knew? And she's like, yeah. She's like, I knew since you were 5.
Well,
And she's like, I was like, okay. And they accepted. I don't know. It's just such a weird contrast. Like I wouldn't. I just hate the idea of people getting. And I know it happens, but I hate the idea of people getting hurt by their family as like a type of like correction.
Yeah, and see, like it's really weird because like growing up, like I've been not only was my grandma like of the LGBT, but also I've always grew up around like gay men and drag itself.
Oh, really?
So yeah, what
Say
was
my
it?
mom's best friend is a drag queen, and Shanda knows her.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
really? That's
Yeah,
funny.
Martinique.
Yeah, that's like one of my best friends.
And she grew up with, and Martinique grew up with my mom in Grants.
That's really cute.
Yeah. Shoot. I'm like, it's just that small world aspect. I'm like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And the fact that
exactly.
Shannon gets around.
Girl.
But
I just
like
happen
you
to know
know,
people. Shit, let me.
Jesus
Girl,
Christ.
let her.
But
And there's that one line from Rachel.
it's her catchphrase.
Let me.
Pretty much.
Let's let Bunny finish.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, I've always grown up around drag. Like even whenever I was very, very small, you know, there was this gay couple, and they would be they were my grandma's friends. You know, they introduced me to like, you know, Rocky Horror Picture Show. They introduced me to what drag was, but at the time I didn't know what that was. So I just was like, you know, they would explain to me like, oh, we just dress up for fun and do all this stuff, and you know, just like full 80s geesh, fucking like.
And where was that? Was it here in Austin, or was that?
Yeah, it was here in Austin. One of the queens actually, well, the partner, the two people at the time. One of them was a pageant queen actually, and she,
What was her name?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm gonna let you know.
No.
I don't remember. But
Is she a legend? How many gowns does she have? How many gowns does she have? What size is she? No, I'm joking.
But apparently she's the one who curated the catchphrase "Love your hair, hope it wins." So I don't know for a fact, but she passed away when I was about like 12, 13.
Uh-huh.
So, but Joe, which is the other person, the partner at the time, they were very like open, and you know, we would spend like Halloween all together and stuff like that. So like I was always immersed in LGBT, like the LGBT community, without actually realizing it at the time. So it's like it's kind of cool but kind of weird at the same time because like I haven't experienced a lot of like prejudice and stuff like that like as other people do, and it's just like I'm trying to understand that, and it's like it frustrates me because like if I feel like I want people to experience what I experienced, you know, because I don't want them to like feel the way that they do and just be like upset at their like biological family, because even regardless if I have my biological family, I still have a chosen family.
Yeah.
You know, like.
But having that unchosen family is easier.
Yeah, having an unchosen family is easier, but at the same time, having the chosen family is beneficial also because like I had a rough life growing up, and like everything was handed to me. That's fine. Like I was very privileged with that. But the thing is that like emotionally and physically, like I went through a lot. And I'm not gonna get on that because we're on live, pretty much. So so having that chosen family, you know, I can like confide in them, and then they'll be there with me. Because at the time, like sometimes my parents wouldn't even come home, or like I wouldn't see my parents for like a couple weeks because they would be working. By the time I got home, I was already like done with school, and then I would go to sleep, and then they would come home, and that's that, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's why I think it's like beneficial to have like a chosen family, regardless if you have your biological family. with you.
Yep.
Because they're not going to be always there for you all the time. And your chosen family, they are there all the time. Like with Rachel and Zaya, I haven't had them like not be there for me as the same like aspect.
I thought you were gonna say a moment's peace.
No, girl, trust.
Oh my god.
We all got stuck with them too.
Dead ass.
That one had already probably asleep, girl.
Girl, she said this is past my labor hour. I need to call my union rep.
It's probably her snoring right now. Jesus
She's like, oh,
Christ.
girl, let me.
Oh, girl.
It was so fucking late.
I hate her so much.
I hate myself too, girl. That's what makes it easier to sleep at night.
Jeez.
Please make her stop.
You can't stop a force of nature like that, girl.
You can't
Yes,
stop
ma'am.
me.
You cannot stop a rhinoceros, bitch.
You can't stop the motion.
Or rhino. What was it? I don't remember what it was.
They're hippos, girl.
Girl, let me.
I love a hippo. That's if I could choose to be an animal, I'd be a hippo.
I'd be an elephant.
Wise.
Elephants are the greatest thing ever, and an elephant never forgets. They're the most majestic of creatures.
Well,
Because my dick
that counts you out.
It's because Shanda can hold a grudge for weeks on it.
Months,
Weeks,
years, even.
baby, years.
Some perhaps millennia.
Oh, she is.
I've been around enough.
I was gonna say she is the age.
Okay,
Anyone else have
she's been
anything to say
around.
about the topic today? No one?
Oh, well, one thing that, that we
yeah?
have... Okay, do you have anything to add on your topic?
Sorry, I hear it.
Okay. But, like, I guess, I don't know if it's because we live in a time or because we have accepting families or have created families that accept us, that we're able to live our lives and be who we are and do what we do. Like, whether it just be have a relationship or, do drag like we do or whatever. Like, my uncle is gay, but never once in my 32 years of life have I ever seen him or known him to be with anyone. Like, it never has it ever been discussed. The only time my grandmother has ever mentioned it to me is when I was talking about it and she decided she wanted to quit it and be like, well, just make sure you're careful, I don't want you to end up with anything. I'm like, girl, okay. Like, no tea, I got this. Been doing it a lot longer than you think I have. But like, it's not talked about in my family. And this is my dad's brother, so I'm guessing that's why my dad is just so accepting. Because it's my dad's little brother. And he's the middle child, believe it or not. So there's that whole thing. But I'm so grateful that I have not had to live like that, to where I hide it or it's hidden by my family or anything.
Yeah.
That's what my mom tried to do with me. That's what my biological mother tried to do with me. She didn't want anybody she knows to know really if I was gay, but there was no hiding that. There's no way to hide that since I was 4 or 5 years old. I mean, my first crush was my Stretch Armstrong when I was 3, so fuck around. But like not wanting anyone to know that I did drag. Bitch, with our coworkers, some of them would hit me up, to hook up, and then the girls and stuff would come and see my shows. Like, fuck around. Like, baby, this is a city, a community. You can't stop nobody from nothing, and I'm gonna suck all the dick I want to of the people that you know because you don't know. Like, Jesus. I'm just so grateful that we can do what we do and just be who we are. And we don't have families that try to hide us or sweep us under the rug, Not saying that happened to my uncle, it's just I don't guess he was ever comfortable enough to live his life openly.
Well, sometimes it's not everyone's business,
But
you know what I mean?
This man has never had a significant other that I know of.
I was gonna say
And trust me,
that you
I know a lot. I talk to my aunt a lot. And they are like very, very close. My aunt's just 4 years older than I am. And she's like very, very close to my uncle. And she's never known of anything.
Y'all better not let me be single forever.
Oh god.
We are not We are not gonna make. Shut up, Rachel.
What did you say?
What?
She said same.
Fish eye?
No, I said, I don't know how you haven't found one, girl. You're a catch. Just gotta put yourself out there more, girl.
Let's get in
I
a
told
game,
you,
y'all.
I wanna go for you. I'm ready to go to yours and Addison's wedding.
No, listen, we are not making any marriage pacts because ain't no way any of us can be together.
You love
I can't
that.
wait for DJ and Raymond to get married.
If you don't
I'm gonna
marry
be
him,
like,
I'm gonna.
Who?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Or Cassidy.
Mr.
Cassidy might get him
Addison?
too. Or Marilyn.
Oh,
Someone's gonna snatch him.
girl. I better. Not Cassidy.
Alright guys, so with that, we're gonna go ahead and end this live, everyone. Thank you guys for watching, we appreciate you. I'm gonna go ahead and say thank you to our cast tonight, Miss Rachel Monica Klein. Okay, fuck you.
Awesome.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna say thank you to Gigi Ray.
I hate this bitch. Bye.
Thank you so much to Bunny Savage.
Bye, y'all better wear y'all masks, 'cause I swear to fucking god, if I don't have a fucking Halloween, I'm gonna be pissed.
Spirit Halloween has already confirmed that they're not opening any shops at the moment.
God damn it.
Gonna
But they have
kill
the online
Bunny.
store still.
So there's that.
Why don't you just throw a snake in that bunny cage, girl?
Thank you to Fisheye.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for your time and shit. And thank you to my sister, Miss Shangela Lavera.
Hi. Stupid bitch.
Alright guys, tune in next week whenever... Oh, speaking of next week, yay, and two of the people are in the chat. So next week's topic is going to be chosen by the one and only Miss Rachel Monica Decline. And then next week's game is going to be chosen by Shanda La Verga.
Hi.
So guys,
we're playing Risk, everybody.
Oh god. So tune in, guys. I'll go ahead and make the update on my Facebook of what games and what topic we'll be talking about next week, next Wednesday. So yeah, see y'all guys later. Thank you so much. Y'all come back and see us again. Bye.